Well, my original plan was to just wait this all out until after the holiday season, including New Year's. But to be honest, it felt wrong to do that if something was going to happen and we would separate.
Yeah, that's the most.
So last night, when she got off work, I told her we needed to talk. And we sat in the kitchen at the table. I just told her that since I accidentally found out about her past life, I was having trouble reconciling what I thought I knew about her versus what seemed to be a very different life. Anyway, to make this short and sweet, because God knows the conversation we had was neither of those, I'll just throw out the highlights. First thing right off the bat, I confessed to talking with her ex. Yes, that went over as well as you can imagine. I freely admitted that I overstepped in some ways. However, I would only apologize so much for it, because as I reminded her, she was never forthcoming about any of this. Of course, I got the entire, "it was none of my business" yelling, which I deserved to a point.
No.
Until I told her that since we had spoken about possibly getting married in the future, I felt like I did have the right to know if she was obligated financially to her 2 previous children. Also, how would this affect her ever wanting or having children again? Spoiler alert, she is thousands upon thousands of dollars behind in child support. Also deserved anyway. Once I got her to stop yelling at me, I then made mistake number 2. I told her what he told me. She asked, by the way. Well, this started the second round of yelling about how harmful he was and control. I let her go on, but when she finally settled down, I just asked her if it was true. She finally admitted it was. She did cheat on him twice in their marriage. So I asked her to define abuse for me, because at this point, I wanted to know what she considered abuse, since I had a feeling I'd be labeled harmful here. Sure enough, she said he didn't want her going out to bars and drinking. He didn't want her hanging out with friends without him there as well. I never told her that he said it was the same group of friends who enabled her cheating. I just let her go on. So now is where mistake number 3 came into play, and this was pretty much the nail in the coffin for both of us. I asked her what she thought about kids in the future, and how I could be assured that history wouldn't repeat itself. I'll spare you the cussing I got over that one, and I'll give you what she finally, in the end, admitted to. She was too young, didn't get the partying out of her system, and didn't like the responsibility of being a mother at the time. However, she feels like she could now. I'd be like, if this relationship just took a torpedo that it could not recover from. The trust was broken by both of us, and we decided amicably, I might add, that we just go on our way. I'm sure someday she'll be a fine partner to someone, but to be honest, I don't think I could have gone long term with her, because I would be looking over my shoulder the entire time, waiting for something to happen. She has changed, I can assume, from where she was in her mid-20s. But with the back child support, no guarantee that she wouldn't do this again, and other things that came to mind.